it's disrupted what I wanted. Why has it done that? Anyway, close warning to the listener: be careful. Not all people, not of people, not of labels. Be careful of systems that make it expensive to think. If asking a question risks your family, your identity, your future, then you're not just dealing with belief, you're dealing with control wrapped in meaning. And any structure that says don't look outside, don't question leadership, loyalty equals truth, has already shifted the ground beneath you. And that's the Watchtower. They've done it for years. They just will not relent. Now, I'm just trying to, here we go here. I want to get up, bear with me viewers, dear. Okay. No. Okay. I did have a thumbnail, but it's not going to let me have it. Hang on. What's that mean? No. We don't want to do that. Okay, so we'll go back to the front yard. See, the Watchtower has already shifted ground beneath you if you're in it. They've narcissized you. You've come into it. They've made you believe that it's all good. But as you start to question it, that duty of care towards you will change. Because truth does not fear examination like the Watchtower does. Only authority does. And here's the uncomfortable part. If you stay in the Watchtower, it should be because it is true, not because leaving it would cost you everything, and it will if you stay in it long enough. If you leave, it should be because you have examined it honestly, not because someone told you to hate it. So don't react, don't panic. Just do the one thing control systems quietly depend on you never doing. And that's look carefully. Think slowly. Decide for yourself. That lands a lot harder than yelling cult into a camera like I do. Like I am here on the internet. The Watchtower is going to cause you to be fascinated with it in the start, and that's how they're going to get their claws in. They'll fascinate you, they'll intrigue you, they'll excite you even over what the possibilities are of the things that you could learn about God. And what they have done is formulated a business, multi-conglomerate business model with theology as the shop front. And so their theology doesn't stand up. It never has. It should have closed in 1914 when their first prediction completely failed. But see, humans don't like to admit failure. And the wicked organisation has gone on, and it'll continue to go on. Many of you people need to realise that this organisation is not going to fall. It's too powerful now. It's not running on any faithfulness or making God happy or any of that stuff. It's just running its race on deception, and it doesn't matter what damage it does or what it doesn't do. It's going to continue Now, we all like to try and expose it. I'll just get this flag flying. We all like to try and expose it. And we can, and people will come out of it. This is my place, viewers. But the organisation is not going to fall. You have to accept that. And if you can accept that, then you've got a chance of managing your own mental health. It's like the train system. It's not going to stop. It's like the sea with the tide coming in and coming out. It's not going to stop. And you have to accept that the cruelty and the deceptions and the lies and the manipulation and the harm and the destruction that the Watchtower causes is not going to stop. So where do you go from here? The first thing you need to do is accept that the wicked organisation, the cult, it is not going to stop. Okay, you can throw things at it and expose it and all that, but you have to realise it's not going to stop. And if you can accept that, then you're a mile ahead of most of the people that want it to collapse, because it's not going to. And not many people are saying this, but it's time somebody did. It's not going to crash. It's not going to stop. It's too big. And so once you've accepted that, then you can do therapy like I am and talk about areas of harm and destruction that the Watchtower has done through its own lies to people. Just expose the lies, because they're never going to stop either. So you've got to make a choice. Am I going to go down the rabbit hole of trying to take on this horrible, I wouldn't call it a monster, I'd call it a black hole that's endless? And in behind the scenes, many of you wouldn't know, there's people that are living the lives of kings and queens at the top of the Watchtower that we'll never even know their names. They're living like kings and queens and princes. The governing body is just a front for the people that are actually behind it or running it. We'll never know who they are, ever. But they're living like kings and queens. And so once you accept that this black hole has no end, then you can decide, well, I'm going to do things like I am right now to try and expose it a bit more, maybe help somebody feel a bit better about themselves. The reality is that you can have a life outside it, even if people decide that they don't want to know you anymore. You've got to accept that as well and go, oh, well, then I've got a certain amount of time on this earth that I've got to make the most of. If you want to, forsake me for religious causes, and because it's not just the Watchtower, this happens right throughout Christianity, you've got to get on with your life. I had a man say to me today, "Are you a Christian man?" And I said, well, whatever that is, but I'm going to live my life to the full until I die. We've taken it all too far. Religion's gone too far. The reality of the fact is that it's all finished. When Christ died on the cross, if only we took what he said and believed what he said when he said it was finished, all our issues between ourselves and God were finished, done. Get on with your life. When I was a pastor, I was standing up there one Sunday looking at the congregation, and I thought, what the hell are they doing inside this building when they could be down at the beach or playing in the park with their kids? And you know what I did? I said, this is over. This is over. Go home. Go and enjoy your families. Everything's resolved. There's nothing else I can tell you. We're going round in circles now. We know what God's done. We know what Christ has done. Let's go live our lives. And I shut the door of the church. That was it. Finished. But when you're talking about the billions of dollars in investments and profits and real estate portfolios and things that the Watchtower's got, they ain't going nowhere. There's too much money involved. So Do yourself a favour and realise the black hole is endless. It's never going to stop. Once you've accepted that, put on the kettle or turn on the barbie, throw a couple of sausages or something on the barbie, make yourself a nice cup of tea and go, you know what, there's a whole big world outside there that's got nothing to do with this rubbish, and I'm going to go and listen to the birds and watch the wind in the trees and all that stuff and be free from the Watchtower cult. If you haven't subscribed, give us a tick. I got a lot coming up on the Watchtower, and I'll see you on the next one.